All right, welcome to the next part in Action 6 as we're discussing playing at the highest level possible. So, we told you from the overview that you need to play at the highest level possible. Now, to really dive into this a little bit deeper, we want you to play at the highest level possible for you, especially if you're under the age of 15. So, if you're a, say, U9 to U14 player, our recommendation is to play at the highest level possible for you where you can still maximize your game time. Because at this age, it's critical for you to play as much as possible, learn as much as you can, and you can't do that from sitting on the bench. Okay? So it's much more beneficial for you to play than sit on the bench. If you're older than, say, 15 or U15, you're going into U15 or going to U16, that's when, if you really want to be a professional, you need to be playing at the highest level possible, for sure. That reason is because you can look at 16-year-olds, and many of them are playing for, or getting rather, first team experience with pro clubs or amateur clubs. So they live overseas in Europe or South America. 16-year-olds are playing against adults, whether they're professional or not. They're getting that type of experience. So for our players in the United States, you need to be getting as much playtime as possible from U9 to U14, U15. From U15 on, right, and it can vary a little bit, you need to be playing at the highest level possible. That means more so you're going to have to try and grind your way through and earn playtime. Because at this point, this is about you trying to become a professional player. Now, it may be more beneficial for you at this point to maybe still play on a team that's not as strong and play more. It just depends. But from a typical standpoint, it's going to be best for you to switch at U15, U16 to play as much or at the highest level possible. And to give you a quote from AJ Auxerre's Academy Director, Gilles, he said that playing at the highest level or the opposition's strength is not a major concern until U15. From his experience, it's more important for the players to be challenged and have lots of success, especially in the early years. And this will consolidate learning and build self-esteem and confidence. Okay? But that means the philosophy at these clubs need to be focusing on development. And that has to be your philosophy and your parents' philosophy is developing the player and not winning or trying to win at all cost. So that should help you get a better idea of when you should be playing with the best. Just as a quick recap, U9 to U14, U15, you play or maximize your playtime even if it's a little bit lower level. U15 and up, maybe U16 and up, play at the highest level you can. So if you're a 16-year-old with a high level, you need to be playing against adults. And I'm going to be very honest. You need to be playing against adults. It shouldn't even be a question. And I'll explain why. If you want to play at the college level or the pro level, you playing your age group at that period is no longer beneficial to you. It can be if you're supplementing it. Right, so if you're playing and you play U16, right, you're a 15-year-old, play U16. But then you can also play U17, do it. Right, and let's look at it from a U16 player. If they're 16 years old and they're still playing U16, right, they're playing against their same age. They need to be playing against better, more experienced players. Get that first team experience. Because if you go to college and you walk in as a freshman, you're going to be playing against 21, 22, 23-year-olds. If you play Division II or NAIA, you're going to play against 27, 28. You're going to be playing against full-grown adults. Okay? If you're playing pro football or playing first team for an amateur club even, you're playing against adults. So if you have the level, you need to be maximizing that experience. That's how you prepare to reach the next level. And I'll give you a final thought on this. If you're U16 and you play 2 years of adult football, and I don't mean like Sunday league, I mean in an actual league like a UPSL or something like that in the United States, in 2 years if you do that consistently, and you might not play as much as you like, but you do that, you're going to be much more prepared for the college game, for the pro game, after those 2 years. because you'll have so much more game experience. So look at your long-term growth and capitalize on it. Go train and play against players that are better than you. That's how you get better. So if you're 16 years old and you have a high level, go play adult football. And you can play Sunday league, but you need to play in an actual competitive league. You're going to have to earn a spot on a team and work your way through that. Okay, that's it for this, guys. See you in the next video.